Hello everyone, and welcome to the Q&A. So we're at Moore Street for this one. So we're going to get on the train now, which is Chiltern Railways 165, and let's get on with it. So the first few questions are from, welcome back everybody, G Loves Strange. Hi G. So, yeah, I'm with, what's his face? Anyway. So the first question is, where is your favourite place to visit in the UK? There's loads. There's loads, G, there's loads. I could just name a few. There's New Romney, then there's Dawlish, then there's Edinburgh, and the toilet on 150.001, so I can have some... What did you think of the Greater Anglia Flirt? Oh yeah, brilliant. I think the flirts in general, so not just the 755s, but the 231, 756s with transport flows. They are worthy replacements of the Sprinters, and you heard it from me first, so that's a good sign.
I've got to say, actually, I think
they're spacious, they're comfortable, they've got good seat, they're quiet, and if you really want to relieve yourself of any brown rain or water inside you, you go into the middle carriage and literally listen to the gospel as it sings the 4 V12 engines.
I would say any Stadler product in the...
If you were to ride a plane, which plane would you choose? 747 or 380? There you go. Thanks, G. You're and you know you are. You're You'll never be as good as Villa Birmingham City in your dreams. So the next 3 questions are actually from this individual, Ian Porsche Transport Travels.
Who's he? Who's he?
You idiot.
Oh, me?
Yes,
oh,
you.
Me.
See, he's having his midlife crisis. Just bless him.
A midlife
Right, what's your 3 questions then?
You're right then, my first question. Your honest thoughts about seeing the A380 in person?
Insane. It's just how big it is in size. Like, I mean, you see it in videos and live streams of how big they are, but in person, it's just so much more different. It's insane. That it's a remarkable engineering achievement, I think. So it's good to see one in person.
They are. Your honest opinion about where the 175s and the Nova 3s will end up?
Nova 3s are easier to predict. I would say Chiltern. The 175s, I don't know.
However,
I don't know about
the rumours of the 175s going to the Great Western are now intensifying. When XC finally go down the route of replacing their trains, 7 or 9 car IETs, which is the better?
9. You need the capacity.
You think so, over the 7?
Yes, because you have more carriages, more seats, more space for passengers, instead of being crammed on 5 and 4 coach trains. The next question is one from my Patreons. So this is Ian R. Hi Ian, thanks for being a member of the Patreon.
No problem.
Not you. Ian R. Not Ian Paul. I know, it's easy to get confused. So, which closed railway route would you love to have travelled on? The Tewkesbury Malvern Railway, because Tewkesbury once had a station, but then they closed it because fucking Adolf Beeching. But yeah, Tewkesbury Malvern Railway. Let me film, Damish. So, the next questions are from James Glossop Travels, and the first question is, what was your favourite part of the meetup that we did at the beginning of the year? All of it. The whole day was brilliant because we did 3 vlogs, we saw Sprinters, we saw a Grand Central service that moved and we took the piss out of it, we saw a Grand Central Voyager. Yeah, it was fun. So, the whole day, it's always good to hang out with you, James. Favourite part of Wales that you would recommend going to? You can include stations. Well, I've done Llandudno, but not as a station. I would love to do the North Wales coast. I've been to Betchar Currid, which is wonderful. It's like it's like little Switzerland but in Wales, which is nice. The Cambrian coast would be something to do as well. Do you think that Birmingham would benefit from a tram train service if they were to have one, and where would you think it would run from and to? Well, technically they already do, because they run across the former Great Western Main Line to Wolverhampton low level, even though it diverts off Priestfield towards Wolverhampton, so technically they already do. But I think what they're doing now is pretty awesome anyway, extending it to Briley Hill Stourbridge and then to Birmingham Airport, which is good. So what they're doing now is pretty fair enough. Favourite plane that you have spotted so far? Now I think this gentleman would agree with me, a British Airways 747 at Heathrow. What do you think of the Class 805s that Avanti West Coast have recently introduced? I've not seen one yet. Actually I have, I've seen them in the depot. They're alright, they're just Hitachi's, aren't they? So there's not really much to say about them, they're just a Hitachi with Avanti West Coast livery. Oh yeah, thanks James. So the next questions are from Whole Bus Spotter. What's your favourite train? 150 Sprinter. 150-001 being my favourite, obviously. Watching you. Which video did you have fun recording the most? There's loads. The most recent one would be with Sarah with the trains on the Bitten line. That was hilarious. So the next few questions are from Mousehole Rail, or Josh's Rail Adventures. What do you think of the new Evero for the Avanti? I've already answered this one with James. They're alright.
You know when you see one, you have to give it its proper introduction.
What's that? What are your plans for videos from July till December? I don't know yet. It's a lie, but you know, I don't know yet. What is your favourite trip that you have done this year? Bitten. Bitten because it was fun. Chaotic. And the last question's from Warwick. It's from Reese's Trains. What's your favourite railway line? The Riviera line. It's a nice line. Dawlish. You got Chips, you got the Sun, you got the Sea, you got the Sand, you got Sprinters. What can you argue for? You can't argue for anything less. What began your journey with 150-001? So, back in 2000, it was my first train that I've seen, travelled on, and then eventually would train spot in the future. But yeah, no, Beloved took me to all places. School, work, interviews, holidays, grandparents, friends, him, loads of holidays. See, that's as nice as you're going to get to me. No, it's all over the place. What is your opinion on the Class 395 Javelins? Yeah, they're good trains, especially on the high speed one. I do like them. Next few questions are from Ruben Ashwell. What trams are your favourite? The Manchester Metrolink trams, so the M5000s, they're good. Where would you most like to travel on a plane if ever given the opportunity? Dublin, Ireland. But just drink all the Guinness. Invade the Guinness factory, just drink all the Guinness. That's right, I tried to do an island, laddie.
Yeah, you try to do an island.
Just go in Ireland and go to drink all the Guinness.
Get
all the Irish whiskey on you,
drink all the Guinness.
Yeah, and the Irish whiskey is right up the one, here.
It's not...
Hey, you see that in over there? What's your least favourite railway route? The Snow Hill line, because of the 172s. That was a DB Class 66.
Do you mind he's trying to film?
It was my favourite because of the 150s, until a certain 172 took over it. Go slow round it, you can see it from here. Look at the size of that A380. Ian! Gee! So the next set of questions comes from Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. What do you think about all these new trains entering service to replace old ones? I don't think much. You know, it's just an endless cycle. New replace old. So, yeah. As long as we remember the old trains that people like, then, you know, that's the main thing. What's the longest train journey you've made in Britain? Brighton to Ashchurch on Beloved. If one Sprinter had to, oh no, this is a treacherous question. If one type of Sprinter had to be scrapped forever, what would you pick and why? First of all, Sam, damn you. Now, I can't answer the question because I can never scrap any Sprints. Apart from the 151, which is already scrapped. So, the Class 151.
I can answer that question.
It's for me, Ian, not for you. We're at Warwick Parkway now. And the next questions are from Sarah with the trains. So, what is your least favourite station that you have visited? There's a few. So there's a list of stations that I've put on a blacklist. Kidderminster Main Line, because that's where I'm from. There's a certain individual from the family that I try and avoid at all costs who lives at Kidderminster, sadly. The only reason why I go there is because I've got a best friend that lives in Kidderminster and the Severn Valley Railway, so it's a bit of a... I have to go there sometimes. The Land of Mordor. Then there's Cannock, and then there's Bordesley, the Hawthorns, New Brighton. You can choose one type of transportation without worrying about carbon emissions. Trains, aeroplane, helicopter or trams. No mention of buses. Which would it be? Trains. Third and final question. This is one from Brian. All hail the Carrot Messiah.
All will praise the Carrot Messiah.
What type of plane would you give a 10 out of 10 cat rating to and why? Again, this is something that we can both relate to, the 747.
380.
Ooh.
I would give 747 a 10 out of 10 as well, but I'd give it 380.
I've got into my head that the 747 is a bit like the high-speed train, because it gave passengers an updated modern feel at the time of luxury, long distance travel, and a variety of options, as well as air conditioning.
I would agree.
And they're still in passenger service with Lufthansa.
So Lufthansa, aye.
And we've got a lot of ScotRail with HST and GWR, but we've got Colas Rail, Network Rail, and a few other freight non-passenger HSTs, and then you got obviously 747s that are with cargo company planes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they're still useful even now. Right then, last station, Lapworth, and last questions, which are from Simon Trains. Funny enough. First question: which heritage railway would you like to try out that you haven't been to yet? Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. They have a pacer that you could possibly drive. If you could bring back one DMU, which would you bring back? I put 150 on the Snow Hill line.
Oh, right, okay.
When will I be getting my can of Iron Brew?
Around about the same time I'm going to get my can of bloody Iron Brew.
Yeah.
Where's my can of Iron Brew?
Patience. Patience. It will come, Simon. We did not have the time to go and get Iron Brew because the trains were running late and cancellations and overtime ban. It's not an excuse. And I had 2 minutes to get the train back to Preston. So there's your answer. You will get it eventually. And then you said, oh, are you want an Iron Brew size? Yeah, it's alright. So... what's your excuse there, Simon? Now, for those wondering why I'm not showing my face, it's because it's really warm, it's humid, and it's impossible to wear a mask. So, to stop me having breathing problems, I'm just using my voice. But thank you to everybody for your questions. It means a lot to me and the channel, so we can socialise, apart from just doing live streams, which is boring. So, thanks for watching, stay safe, and... the next Q&A, I don't know when that'll be, probably the end of the year, so end of year Q&A where you can ask questions about the year. So until then, it's goodbye from me and this piece of paper. Bye. Excuse me.